Another good performance on Tuesday against Bradford. Was your disappointment that you didn't get the victory just a mark of how far the team's come?
I believe so, yeah. I think we've been improving. I think our form's been good. Our performances have been good. I think the last couple of games we just haven't scored when we've been on top in games. So I think that's just in any division though. I think you have to score in the spell, and maybe the couple of, when I say score, probably take the game away from the opposition is what I mean. We have to do that better, but I'm pleased with the performances and the level of performance and the consistency that we're showing, and we just want to continue that now for as long as possible.
Definitely in the last 4 to 5 games you've a real good run of form. What does, and coming off from Tuesday as well, what does that kind of give the belief in you and the players as well?
Yeah, we go into each game focused on trying to win it. The boys are playing with good confidence at the moment, and we feel like we're creating opportunities and creating chances, but we need to be better. Still need to be better in the final third to get those more goals and more ways for us to score goals. So we're working all the time on that, but I can't be, we never set the boundaries in terms of where we are and go, yeah, that's great. We want to try and improve all the time. So that's the message to the group.
You've just mentioned there how pretty much you want your side to be a bit more clinical. I think on Tuesday's post-match interview you said you like your team to have killed the game off in the first half. How do you go about addressing that?
Just continually working with the players to get into those areas. The hardest thing in coaching and football is to get your team to that area by playing through and combinations and style of play and things like that. And when we get to the final third, it's really players making good decisions and good movements and good opportunities to find and create and be sort of way free in their movements there. So every team I've managed and every club I've managed and every individual that we've coached from an attacking point of view, we don't particularly tell them where to run and where to be. We want to put him in the areas where he can go and score and create. So, and that's with all our forward players, our midfielders, our fullbacks. When they get to the final third, we give them that freedom to go and exploit and express themselves. And I think we've been good. Like in terms of over the last 7 games, we've been good in a whole, but we still demand more, and the players know that.
Some good news coming out from Rovers today. Crewe League One Player of the Month. Is that just a really good kind of testament of what he's produced since he's arrived?
Yeah, he's played well. He's done well. He's done very well in terms of he's enjoying his football. He's getting a run in the team. He's playing in a position I think he enjoys. He's playing in a team that's getting him the ball. He's creating opportunities and chances. He's scoring. So yeah, it's been really pleasing to see him do so well. I know. Listen, I've known Hakeeb for a while, and I know how good of a player he is and how good of a person he is. So really pleased for him and our football club for him to be recognised.
Where do Rovers stand in kind of trying to make a deal for Hakeeb, kind of longer term? I know he's on loan, isn't he, from Lincoln?
Yeah, I'm not here today to speak about anything like that. I'm here to concentrate on the game. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm focused on the game tomorrow. That is it. I'm not here today to speak about any sort of way contracts for anybody. We had a really good conversation with the owners yesterday, and we know what we want to do and how we'll go about it, but it's not to be spread all over the media. It'll be kept in-house. It'll be strictly confidential in terms of what we do. And once we know anything on that or have any news on that, no doubt we'll be the first to let you know.
Fair to say it was an interesting pitch against Bradford. Ahead of Crewe tomorrow, any injury news or what's it looking like? Injuries
were good. Jack Senior's trained for the last couple of days, which is pleasing to see him back. Maybe tomorrow might come a little bit too fast for him, but opportunity to get some more work into Max Biamu this week, same Westbrook, some of the boys who in need of a little bit of game time at the minute, but the form has been good of some of the players as well. So Yeah, it's been obviously a decent training week for the lads who didn't play at Bradford, and the other lads sort of we had to make sure we recovered them a little bit on Thursday, particularly given the last two pitches that we played on. Very heavy at Walsall and quite sandy at Bradford. So we've had to make sure we get the recovery strategies right for the lads, and I think we have. Well, the proof will be in the pudding tomorrow.
How big is that? Like you just said, two, maybe, yeah, or not the best pitches to play on in the last 2 weeks for your side. It's quite important, isn't it, the recovery process, making sure that they're all fit and ready to go again.
Yeah, well, if they're not fit at this stage of the season, we're never going to get them fit. So it's really just the maintenance around keeping them in a good place, keeping them sharp. Obviously, the 3-game weeks are tricky, particularly when you play on heavy grass and heavy pitches. We've never been a one coaching staff ready for 2-day recoveries. Personally, we like to get the players out on the pitch, but just because of the last couple of pitches that we've played on, I think it was a nice opportunity to give them more stuff to do inside the gym and the pool and yoga and cryotherapy treatment that the club have kindly helped us with, and the players go and use that. So yeah, just trying to get them as fresh as possible for the next game.
Looking ahead to Crewe, Grant, how would you say your side's developed since you last met Crewe?
I think they're a good team, Crewe. I think they're well coached, well drilled, good players all through their team. It doesn't surprise me they are where they are in the division, because I've seen quite a bit of them, and I think it's going to be a very tough game for us. This is a team that in a couple of their last away games have gone to Notts County and won, Stockport and won. They know what they're doing, so it's a very, very tough game for us. And if I look at the game at their place, I felt we played very well in the day. We obviously conceded a late goal to lose the game, but I felt in that game we played well, but I think we're better now than that game. So hopefully we can go and give them a good game tomorrow. It's another opportunity for 3 points for us, and we've gone 2 games without a win, so it's about time we put a W there beside our name. So, but we know it's going to be tough.
Yeah, is that? Yeah, so you've improved since you last played Crewe, and that's kind of what it's more about for you. Your team is quite different compared to what you faced at Crewe.
I think we are. Yeah, I think personnel were different. Obviously, players coming back from injury, we've got stronger. I feel. I'm sure Lee will be saying the same thing. He thinks probably his team have got stronger, but I feel like I can only talk about my own team. We definitely have, and we've definitely improved over the last particularly 7 games anyway. So all we want to do is continue on that and see where we go.
And just finally, Grant, is there anything that your team can kind of learn off Crewe? Because you've kind of slightly gone under the radar a little bit this year, and they're kind of mixing in with Stockport and Wrexham. Is it quite a good indicator for you guys as well going into next season as well?
Look, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that sort of question really. I'm only really focused on my team. I don't look at other teams and think how have they done that or be envious of them. I think teams who are in that position are there for a reason. It's what you do over the season, and they've done remarkably well, Crewe, and fair play to them and good luck to them. And I hope they have a real good opportunity and hope they do go up. So good luck to them and hope they do that. But for us, we're focused on the game on Saturday, and we want to try and get the 3 points.